Yo, you're crazy.
Alright, I'm gonna get the spools on and lift the bike up.
Yeah, you're gonna get these internet people going crazy with this single
Bro,
side
if you
swing arm
wanna, if anybody wants to debate, well, no. If anybody have the right to debate, I have the right to debate because look what I got. 1, 2, 3. Single swing arm versus a dual swing arm. So I know about the bike. You know what I mean? And if I say no, no big deal, no big deal. Because look at it. It's great. It comes with underslung and it comes with the chain adjuster as it is. Who does that? Nobody does that. If the rear rotor are bigger, I can't tell, but it looks like Actually, no, it might be the same. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. Underslung, same rear caliper. Same, maybe the same rear rotor. These are forged by Ducati. I don't think Ducati actually makes them. Somebody else makes them, definitely. Maybe they are Ducati because why would they claim forged by Ducati? You got new tire. This is the SPV4. Yeah,
I could give you a review on those for the rain.
Yeah. Whoever did the tire mounting from the factory did a bad job because red dot is here, valve stem is here. So heavy point, lightest point should match up, and you may not even need weights.
Here at Motovation, customer service is paramount. Our knowledgeable staff is available to help you navigate the sometimes confusing world of customizing your motorcycle. We've curated a selection of top brands and we stand behind every product we sell. We got the parts you need. We stock a ton of parts and offer free shipping on orders over $149. And if you place your order by noon, we'll ship your in-stock items same day. Check out the website or contact us with any questions you have about your next order.
So somebody messed up at the factory, not the dealership. See? Red dot, valve stem. It should be here and here. Heaviest point and lightest point should match up, and you barely, for a good forged aluminum wheels, a lot of times you don't even need wheel weight because if you match it up, it's almost like perfect balance. I know this is taller, obviously, but I don't know if the forks are actual longer. So I'm gonna measure this and I'll measure that one just to see. I can't measure the whole fork, but I'll measure I'll try to measure lower triple tree to the end of the fork tube just to see how long the fork tubes are. Because the old one was 515 and the older one was 520 millimeter. I don't know about these. We'll see. Front axle looks like same. So this is the electronic control 3.0 or 4.0? 3.0. It's their newest version. It's already on the CBR though. It was already on the CBR, the Fireblade SP RRR, and Ducati started using it over here. So it's
Which one?
the electronic suspension system. If it's a 3.0, then it's a 3.0, and if it's a 4.0, it's a 4.0. I can't remember which one is the latest, either 3 or 4. I think it's 3 now. That one is 2.0, and this is 3.0, and it's the same electronic system that's already been used on the Fireblade. These are the Hyper, huh? They claim these to be lighter, but I don't think they are lighter. Maybe when you're riding, but when you weight them, I don't think they're 30% lighter. Caliper spacers are the same. Looks like 5 millimeter here. The rotor are the same. It looks like the front wheel are identical. Yeah, the whole front end is the wheel assembly. Caliper, I mean the rotor are pretty identical. 330 millimeter. Looks like. Front fender is different. The way they run the brake line is different now. It used to be double. It used to come down. Yeah, it used to come down to the right side, and then as a double banjo, and then go across to the left side. But now it just, it comes down as a, let's see. Oh, they put the split here. So now it's a three-way, single, single. It used to be double, single.
Does that change things, or at least for the better?
It has, that's what you would, well, that gives you a direct view between your master and the caliper. Because now you got input and then output or response here directly. Instead of putting all the pressure on the right side and having an extension to the left side, now you go three-way directly, master to the caliper. I mean, obviously there's still an ABS module. It still goes back to the ABS module, comes forward to the caliper, but still, it's more direct now. And like I said, it's racing.
Oh, take a look at the exhaust. Remember I mentioned about those clips to making it easier. You can see the rear one, but when we take out the fairing, you'll see.
Yeah, I mean it's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the exhaust alone, I mean, you could tell, like I said, there's so much gap in there now. It's not it's not all like clumsy anymore where like you could barely put your hand in it. I don't think until we'll find out when we take the fairings apart, but from looking at it, you don't have to take off the fan assembly anymore to get into the exhaust. Looks like you might, but still. Anything older than this, a dealership would do it. They'll have a different way to do it, Polo car to do it. Most people do it at home. They would they would have to slide out the whole fan assembly, two fan, and damage the fins of the radiator and then putting it back in. I mean, yeah, you can put a little cardboard, blah, 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 but you're still going to damage some kind of fin. But this, you could probably get away with not damaging anything because the fan is totally out the way. Yeah, it's still connected. Two fans still connected, but I think, yeah, this is much, much easier. So they can't charge you the same amount anymore, definitely. Whatever 1700 they used to charge, or 12 hour, 17 hour, whatever. No, they can't charge that much anymore. And I think Ducati did it because of that, maybe because people were complaining how expensive they were charging the exhaust.
I think so too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is definitely better. Much, much better in design. And I think putting in the radiator guard and the oil cooler guard will be easier as well because, again, it was different. The shrouding, it doesn't have that black shroud. It doesn't have it anymore. So the front fairing is the shroud now. Kind of like the V4 Street Fighter and the V2 Street Fighter.
But what happened is all of this comes off now.
All of that? Yeah, I mean, all of that would have to come off anyway. Even on that one, all of that have to come off, and then you have to.
This comes off. You can technically leave these guys on. It's crazy.
I mean, we'll get to it, but yeah, no, you had to take those off anyway. You got to take the inner panels off, and then you have to separate. You have to separate the shroud between the radiator and oil cooler for you to wedge the thing in there. But now it's not theirs, and then what those were pain in the ass because there were guiding pins that unless you take off more, otherwise the guiding pins are always there and you kind of have to like pry a gap open and try to slide it in there and try to maneuver around the guiding pin, the two pins that, I mean, for the people that did that, they know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the exhaust is definitely easier. This is something new. So they say that they designed it like this so that it has a slimmer profile rear set, so it's not protruding anymore. That's why they implemented the shroud to the rear set almost. And I don't know how you adjust this to play around with. I don't know yet.
You rotate that, and then basically this is it adjusts in the actual master cylinder. You rotate that to adjust inside the master cylinder.
For what to go up and down, or for what to go forward?
The rear brake.
Oh, so that's the adjustment for the rear brake now.
Yes, but what happened is on the inside of the cylinder, it pivots and then it moves.
Oh.
Yeah, they changed that.
Very cool. So I'm curious to see what aftermarket solution there is for this, because if this is the mechanism, so whoever designs the new one either have to delete the whole mechanism and go back to the old way, or design with this incorporated into the rear set design. Oil filler cap looks the same. This looks the same engine. I don't know why they put this. Somebody can tell me. Like I said, there's foam, so it's definitely.
I've seen everybody taking that off.
It's not for heating. There's foam, so it's definitely for sound dampening. But what sound is what I'm saying. It's not a dry clutch. So like, why? I don't know. This looks the same. The bracket, the engine bracket. The controversial swing arm. I mean, look at this, man. Like, you know, you can put your hand in there now. It's like, what? Hey, you know, it's cool. We'll take off the rear axle just to see what it looks like, but it looks nothing ordinary. Actually, it looks like just a regular ordinary rear axle. Yeah, with the flange on this side, nut on this side, just your 1000 cc axle. Nothing like crazy. Right? It's got a flange on one side.
Yeah.
And then a nut on the other side. Yeah, it's not single side anymore, but who cares? If you own this bike, you don't care. The one that bitch about is the one that doesn't own one. Surprise, right? Kickstand is different. They have a pin now towards the end, and they moved it forward. There used to be a pin here, and then we would modify. Well, we would switch it out for a longer one or a thicker one for you to catch the kickstand easier. But now they made this. Well, first of all, they made it forward, so now it's here, or here. Yeah. Looks like they changed the shape a little bit. They made this your kicking point now.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool.